All right, I'm going to show you how to power chop garlic. Sometimes I'll just make some of this, doing catering at work. We'll make 5-10 pounds of this at a time. It just has it lasts longer and has a better flavor and aroma and stuff if you cut it with a knife than if you cut it with a food processor or run it through a food mill or garlic press or something like that. So you can cut it up a few days worth at a time, or like this is going to be for personal at home for 3 or 4 days, just to have it on hand, because I don't know when I'll be going back to work, so I'll be cooking a lot at home. So it's better just to cut up a bunch. I can put it in a little Tupperware and have it ready. Anyways, I'm going to cut it with this Tsuji-hiki just to show you that you can do it without damaging the edge, without torquing the edge, rolling the edge, whatever. It's not the greatest for this though. We'll go with something with a little more girth. All right. Well, the key is with your knife holding hand, you choke down. Pinch the knife somewhere about right in here. If there was a Western style knife, same thing. Pinch it about right here. This hand is flat and doesn't do anything besides just sit there. Okay? And then this hand is rocking it back and forth. It hits the heel and comes up, and then it hits whatever spot it hits down on this end. On this one, it's about right there where the flat spot starts to sweep up. And then just rock it back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. You do it straight up and down, and you don't need very much pressure. I'm just barely holding it between these two fingers. All right? But I'm going to do it with this Tsuji-hiki that's got a 0 bevel ground in on both sides. The bevel comes about more than halfway up the knife. And it same procedure. Hand here, this hand flat, just like that, flat. All right, and then you go back and forth, and it doesn't require very much pressure at all. This is a super lightweight knife. It's a laser Tsuji-hiki. And if you do it right, you won't roll the edge, you won't torque the edge. Well, I guess it also depends on if your knife is sharp and nice. Your knife has to be sharpened in a way that it can take a little board contact, And when you do move it back and forth, then you have to be careful that you're always keeping it straight up and down. That's the most important thing. You don't want to be hitting the board at a weird angle. It's got to be hitting the board straight up and down. So don't try to go fast when you're first trying this technique. Do it slowly. Okay. And you go a little bit faster. The key though is you don't want to be dragging it across the board. If you're doing that, that can be hard on the edge. So like lateral movements this way across the board. Lateral movements this way at an angle, that's okay. That's not going to cause unnecessary undue damage on the edge, as long as you're keeping it at a very low angle. So again, just start off slow. Okay, and then try double your pace. And where you're going to run into problems the most is when you try to, if you get to this end and then try to come back. That could be the place where you get off and start turning it one way or the other. But as you can see, my garlic ends up being chopped really, really pretty. And this is enough for several meals for my wife and I. You know, if you want to be extra careful, I would do that. Just only go one direction. Don't try to come back the other direction. You'll be more likely to roll it. But it's easy to do, and then, you know, as you get more comfortable with it, you can pick up speed until, you know, you have full speed. Is something like this. And then you can see, let's see.